You ready for this? Number one, I want to talk to you about know your audience. The first question you should be asking anytime you're asked to speak to any group of people is, who am I talking to? Whether you're talking to a group of corporate attorneys or whether you're talking to a 5th grade Sunday school class, the first thing you need to know is, who am I talking to? In other words, you're going to have to take some time and do at least some moderate research, finding out who you're going to be talking to and who these people are. You got to do some homework, some research to find out what is appropriate, find out what is appropriate to wear. You need to be clear on who you are going to be talking to, because that is going to help you as you prepare the information that you're about to present. Obviously, it is different preparing for a 5th grade Sunday school class than you would for a room full of corporate attorneys. It is obvious that the same presentation wouldn't work so well in a corporate office that you would give to a 5th grade class. And so it's important that you know, who am I talking to? The first question before you do anything is, who am I talking to? And that is going to help you to tailor your presentation to the people that you're going to talk to. Don't think that public speaking is a one-size-fits-all. Don't think that you could take the same information in the same presentation and present it to a different group of people and it go over well. It is not a one-size-fits-all. When you do some background, some research, for example, I knew when I came out here today that I was going to be speaking to a room full of women. I knew very clearly that I was going to be speaking to a room full of women, and so the things that I began to pull together were information that would be important and interesting to women. It wouldn't go over well if I was speaking to a group full of men. So I had to tailor what I'm about to say to fit women in particular. You need to know, who are you talking to? Let me show you what I mean. If you don't tailor your presentation to the people that you're talking to, you're going to find yourself in a frustrating situation, because although you may give a wonderful presentation, for example, say you're running a revival, you would not use that same approach and presentation style if you were making a presentation to in front of the CEOs, the CFOs, the vice presidents of your company, and all those people at your office. If you don't understand what I mean, let me explain to you. In a revival, you might go saying, Lord, I'm so glad to be in the house of God today. While I was preparing this presentation, God showed me threes. Somebody say threes. God showed me that Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days. And he showed me that Jesus was in the bowels of hell for 3 days. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Mr. CEO, while I was preparing this presentation, God told me that in 3 years, not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, but in the 3rd year, God was going to bring Trammel Crow out from the belly of the fish. Somebody say, yeah. Those individuals would look at you like you were on crack. And it might be appropriate for a Sunday school class or a Bible meeting, and we would all enjoy and have a good time. But the president of your company and the CEO of your company will be making an assessment about you and say, get this person. What I'm saying to you, ladies, is that it's going to be important that you broaden your ability. Broaden your ability. And the way you do that is, even though you may be uncomfortable or want to even run away from it, take advantage of opportunities to go into any situation where you can speak. Small group, large group, church class, corporate meeting. Take advantage of an opportunity to walk into that situation, because the more you broaden yourself, the more it's going to open up doors of opportunity for you. Broadening yourself is important because you don't want people to typecast you. Typecast is a term that they use in movies that says that you take one person and you always cast them in the same role in every movie. You ever seen that in a movie? It's the same girl. She plays, maybe she plays a prostitute in this movie. And every movie you see her in, she plays a prostitute. They begin to typecast her. And what movie stars do a lot of times is they begin to take challenging roles, different roles that are way out of their comfort zone because they don't want to be typecast. It limits your abilities. And so I'm standing in front of a group of very intelligent, articulate young women. Some of you I've seen in business settings, administrative meetings. Some of you I've seen more in a spiritual teaching capacity. But I'm challenging you this morning to stretch your ability to move into different arenas, because as you stretch your abilities, it's going to open more doors for you to be able to walk into those situations. What I want to say to you is prepare, prepare, prepare. Get yourself ready mentally. Get your information. Do your homework. What you've got to say is important. And so you've got to focus on what you have to say.